Kenny Holt, my man, how you doing?
Feeling good, Randy. How's it going? Oh man, oh man. Let me tell you, people, man. The match we just saw, it was
Oh,
all that.
oh yeah.
I had to give one of the top matches of Netflix so far. One
Really?
is
The
it
the,
has
the the Raw Netflix era. This is the top one of the top matches.
one of the top matches so far in the Netflix era. Oh,
Oh, there you go. Come on, there you go. You got me doing all this. There
Yo,
you
what's up,
go.
y'all?
what up,
Yo,
Mo?
don't start that freezing shit, man. Please,
Yo, just so you know, even the homies in the chat called me out about it. I don't know what's going on.
bro.
I
Res-
gotta hit up my internet provider.
all right, bro. Respectfully, I'm gonna kick you out until you get your shit situated. All right.
All right. I mean, sometimes it just loads, so let's see what
All right.
happens.
But once I see you moving, I'll get you back on.
Okay. Oh wait, here we go.
Hey,
Hey, there
Here
you
hey,
we
go.
go. It just needed
There
a
you go.
second. It's like PS2 over here.
There you
You know
go.
what I'm
hey,
saying? I don't know. I don't know
All
what's
right.
going
PS1.
on.
So, for those 34 who popped on, if you're watching live on X and YouTube, thank you. We appreciate your support. Follow us, Kenny Holt at Cavabunga _K_E_E_N. My man Terrence in the middle, Lower East Scribe. Me,
Yo, what
Rainy
up?
J.
What up?
Cruz, RENDY, letter JCRUZ. Find the podcast on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, also on Amazon Music. Go to youtube.com/cruise control podcast. Go ahead, download, rate, comment, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Show some love and support for your boys on the program. Any questions, comments, feedback regarding Monday Night Raw tonight or even Friday Night SmackDown from a few days ago or Elimination Chamber coming up? Hit us up in the chat and we'll read the questions live on the air. If not, you'll hear me, Terrence, and Kenny talk for the next hour or so. Again, live on X and Twitter and YouTube. Hit us up in the chat. So, Raw just finished 15
Yes,
minutes
sir.
ago. We do have new women's tag team champions in Raquel Rodriguez and the GOAT, Liv Morgan. Once again, three-time tag team champion, Liv Morgan. Kenny, I'll start with you first. Bianca and Naomi are no longer tag champions. Liv and Raquel, brand new tag champions. What was your initial thoughts on the match and what's bubbling in your head regarding the reveal of Jay Cargill coming very, very soon?
So I would have to say this women's tag team match, in the Netflix era, it is definitely one of the top matches I've seen so far. In the Netflix era, this match cooked. The lead up that we thought for this match, everything from the beginning to end, fire. I mean, this match was cooking with garlic powder and Lowry's.
Oh
This
wow.
match was cooking. I mean, everything I guess what we didn't get on SmackDown, they saved it up for today. Liv, Raquel, 3 times women's tag team champions.
Mhm.
I knew it was prone to happen, especially you got Liv, Bianca, Naomi in the Elimination Chamber. And, they accused Liv Morgan being one of the
Right.
perpetrators with Raquel. So Bianca and Naomi lost their titles. Now we're going to see a bit of friction, conflict between the group. They're going to have a little bit of tension before Saturday. So with that, those tag titles are the one thing that kept them together and united. That was one thing they wasn't going to break apart. Of course, not getting the big heavyweight championship, but that's all going to change. I think in the chamber, Bianca is going to do her thing. She's going to win. Like in the match, she came out aggressive. She was like Thanos energy to me.
Mhm.
She was real. That like you could pay attention to details like the clothes, like her outfit, real dark, shading, eyeliner was like real like evil. It looked kind of like villain like. So those little details, the way how she's not throwing punches, not really favoring toward the crowd. So
Mhm.
this was real aggressive and real like she about it. So I think that she's going to win, but also too, we're going to get the reveal at Elimination Chamber where they're going to play the full video.
Mhm.
Probably Bianca's the one that threw Jade onto that car.
Oh, so now it's Bianca.
Yeah, I think it's Bianca.
All
I
right.
think
I thought it was Naomi. I think last week we all said Naomi, but listen,
some things changed,
um,
especially after we saw it tonight. I
nah,
mean, they both
you're
were
right.
on time, but Bianca, if you was to really like calculate it, so Bianca is the one with that strength. Like the strength to take down someone the same height as Jade. I think it will lead up to possibly in the future between
Yeah.
Bianca and Jade further on. If Bianca and Rhea go and then Bianca and Jade face off later on, I think
Mhm.
it's going to lead up something down the line.
Hey, listen, Twitter fam, we got about 90 people who chimed in or who tapped in. Again, if you're watching live, any questions, comments, feedback you have regarding Raw tonight, Friday night SmackDown, the Chamber coming up, WrestleMania, I don't care as long as you chime in, hit us up with some questions. So Terrence, the man in the middle, Naomi took the pin tonight. I kind of
Mm.
figured that they were going to drop the titles. It was not going to be Bianca. Are you surprised we have new women's tag team champions? Naomi took the pin, and now does it change, or are you still confident about who you think is the culprit regarding Jade?
Surprised about the change? I can't say I'm surprised. I'm a little disappointed. I wanted to see them hold on to the belt for
I
as
hear
long as
you.
they could.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what else I'm noticing, Randy? I'm noticing I'm the face and Ken's the heel. You know what I mean? Like I'm seeing who's loving who. You
Oh,
know what I mean? I'm seeing where we're going. It's all good. You know what we
So what
can't.
you're Cole and he's Pat Mack, or he's Wade Barrett and you're the other guy?
I think we're more Cole and Pat back. I think we got a little bit more too much energy and a little flavor. So I'm gonna say we're that duo. But yeah, he's definitely he roots for the heel. Yeah,
hey, heel sells tickets.
they do.
You're right,
You know?
100% right.
Yeah, but to answer you, man, I think we all kind of saw it coming. Um, and a great run, by the way. I'm
Hmm.
interested to see what they do because now I don't know. I almost have more questions around well, who really did it? Because you still could go down the path of it was Liv, and it was Raquel, and it could make it for a good.
No,
You
no.
know, well, Liv, hear me out. I think it can make for a good feud because we just saw how Liv can carry a feud for a year,
Yeah,
and I feel like maybe there's like some sort of okay, there's some get back between now Jade and Naomi become the tag team that chase them down, and we let Bianca go on and return back to singles competition, but they're still like the I know they're their own thing, but like they're almost like the female New Day, right? Like what I'm saying.
mm,
So like uh maybe I'm just thinking like that's one way we could go, but I know the way everyone wants it to go is no, it was Naomi or it was Bianca, and it causes some sort of like tension between the three of them. I don't know. I'm gonna hope that it was Raquel and Liv, but unfortunately, I think I'm gonna be over two on the way I want it to go. So
um, I thought it was important that Naomi took the pin. Obviously, then there wasn't gonna have Bianca take no L a week prior to Chamber, especially if they have her coming out of Chamber with the victory. Um, t- Still, new tag champions. I can't see a window where it's anybody except. I mean, listen, it's a very small chance, but like if it's not Bianca, could I see Liv winning? Now she had the tag championship. Like she's been holding her own, even without the title. Do you want to see Liv and Rhea again? I promise you do a survey right now,
no.
and they would tell you, "Fuck no, I don't. I don't want to see Liv and Rhea again." I think it is time for Bianca and Rhea. Is how
Yep.
you get there is the question. The the execution of the Jade angle with whoever it might be has to be on point. Um, does Bianca win Chamber and Jade cost Bianca the title at WrestleMania? There's a lot of ways you can go with this, but I felt like one, it was important Naomi took the pin, and then now we'll see if they pull up on SmackDown to explain why they lost, or go right to the Chamber and act like everything is cool. But I still think the execution of the Jade Cargill angle has to be on point because it's like why spend the last 4 or 5 months and it don't mean shit. So this is the first domino. We all expected this. Now it's like, all right, well, what's gonna happen in that chamber match on Saturday?
Mm. Do you think now, Randy, with sidetrack with Liv and Raquel, do you think this affects now the flow of the Judgment Day now?
Well, Judgment Day is still Liv,
Liv,
Dominic.
Dom, Carlito, Finn, and
Raquel.
JD's Raquel. Yeah, JD's hurt. So do you think that this goes with Liv, Raquel, Dom, possibly separating and getting their own side of Judgment Day from Finn?
I still think they will keep it together. I think obviously that time is going to run its course, but bringing gold back to the group, like why go away from that? Now, is Dominic going to be in line to get some gold? Probably not. He took an L to Braun Breaker earlier, so he ain't being IC champ no time soon. Carlito was just there just to fucking be there. Finn, I think he might be in line for a match with Breaker soon. Doesn't mean he's gonna win. We heard rumors that they might add a new member
Do we still
coming
know
into the fray. We
who would you
mentioned,
add?
I mean, if you actually on the current roster,
Yeah,
I'll
all right,
probably
yeah.
say
Who would you add?
like Raquel is not a member. She's the outside.
No, Raquel's a member.
He's a
They-
member.
They very much treat her as a
He's a
member.
member now.
Yeah, but is she a member or is she like Redman to Wu Tang? Like, what are you?
She's a member, all right. I would just give
No,
her
is she honorary Oos or she's like
Nah, I
Just
feel like
give me
they
a membership,
full
bro.
fledged. I feel like they full fledged consider her a member because it was kind of like
She got an
her
honorary
and
initiation.
yeah,
okay? So
like,
now we got
she's in.
Liv, Raquel, Dominic, Finn, JD when he comes back, and Carlito. You're about 6 people in this group
Yeah, who would you honor? Who would you pick?
to do what?
Who would you pick to join the Judgment Day?
Oh, I already said it. Malachi Black, Alistair Black when he comes back.
All right, T. Who would
Aside
you
from
pick?
that, on the current roster, I'll probably say nobody. I will start eliminating. Like, do we need Carlito? No. I did not think Raquel was an official member. I thought it was just Dominic, Liv, and Finn right now. But I think Malachi would be the perfect guy to come back and join that group and be the spearhead the group, like a new leader of the group. But they got some gold coming back. Liv, come on, man. The goat right there
I actually have someone I'd want to see for Judgment Day
on the
who I
current
think-
roster.
Yeah.
Yeah, who would you be? It could be from.
Hold up, male or female?
Mel.
All right, who you picking, T?
I'm going Braun Strowman. I feel like, and hear me out. I feel like Braun, his character, it's not that it's stale. It's just that he's one of those people that he needs a little bit of what's the best word to put it? Like he needs a little bit of like an outside push. And so you have all these characters and you make him the muscle of that. It can kind of just make him like feel like he's the invincible one. Because they always come out, they always, interrupt matches. But you throw in somebody like him, now you got real power. Now you can go after like top dogs and it be believable. Because I think that's what they had before in
The Wyatts.
no, that's what Judgment Day had in
With Damian Priest.
with Damian Priest and with Rhea. Raquel's kind of stepped in as like that strength for the women's side, but they don't have like a full on monster anymore, like a big man. And I've been thinking about Braun Strowman and where they could put him and what they could do with him for a while because I'm like, damn, I also wouldn't mind seeing a new faction, not to veer off too much, but I wouldn't mind seeing a new faction with Braun Strowman and the War Raiders.
Okay.
I just love the idea of them as like 80s bikers fucking shit up. Like, you know what I mean? Like coming through with like that would be some one hell of a faction. The only problem with that is that they would need a manager that really could talk. You know what I mean? So like that's why I feel like that wouldn't work. But him with someone with the charisma of, of a Dominic, and you have the two of them become like, they're the tag team. We don't know how long JD's out. Dom or maybe him and Finn are some sort of tag team, or maybe they don't need it because now Finn, okay, you go and compete in the singles division while Dom and Braun, they're the ones who kind of run amok in the men's tag team, which needs a shot. Let's be honest. Like I think the men's tag team division is really boring. If I'm being honest, like it's I know that in a wrestling sense, Motor City is amazing. I don't. Tell me one promo they've done that you care about.
None.
Right. And you can say the same for DIY.
DIY.
Again, great wrestlers. I don't care. Like I can't connect. You know what I mean? So I think it'd be cool. That would be my pick, and that's the reason why.
I got one. I think whoever is gonna, if they add a new member, I think it has to be someone who can be the mouthpiece. Like he could be the main guy and the mouthpiece, which I agree. Can Braun do that? I think he could. Before you mentioned mouthpiece, I would have said, "Damn, what if?" I kind of get where you were going with the big, strong guy, like seeing Bronson Reed being there too. I wouldn't mind seeing that. But we talk about being like the leader of like how Edge was, how Priest was on the microphone, like it just how Rhea Ripley was. Like you need someone that's gonna come in there and cut the promos for that group to be taken serious if they keep it going. So if it's not Braun Strowman, if it ain't Bronson Reed, if Malachi Black comes in and becomes the mouthpiece, then I think they can really have a few more lifespans with this group. Or if not, by WrestleMania, this shit might be a wrap.
Well, let me ask you this though.
Yeah.
Knowing how much everybody, behind the scenes loves Dom, right?
Yeah.
Do you think if they brought in someone, let's just say for sake of conversation, right, that it was someone like Braun or even Bronson Reed, right? Who is hilarious, by the way, so I think it would work. But I think it might be an opportunity to elevate Dom. You have an established stable. They love Dom. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like he's one of the top heels in the game in wrestling period right now. Yeah. So this might be an opportunity to like, and I know y'all have noticed this. There's been like that tug of war around who's really pulling the strings and who's calling the plays between him and Finn. So that might make even more reason to be like Dom to kind of like plant his flag as like, I've been here the longest. I'm the OG now. You know what I mean? And I got my muscle behind me. So I'm going to talk even more crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to talk like 95 Sean out here because I got Diesel. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to talk crazy because can't none of y'all touch me. Like, so I don't know. I think I see where you're going. It could go either way. But I really genuinely would drop Braun in there and just let him go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I could see Dom getting a little bit of a push, competing for the IC title run because definitely deserves it. I mean, the man's been putting in as much as you hate him, but the man's doing his job. Everyone hates the man because how he is and how he treated. I mean, but the guy can flat out wrestle. He has that attitude. He has it. For me, I would possibly, now that you guys give it in perspective, maybe someone big like either Bronson or Braun Strowman, but I say maybe they might get someone from NXT. They might get one of the NXT guys, and this is just random thought. I think they might get someone like Trick Williams. Out of nowhere, it just stands out. Bring Trick Williams into the Judgment Day.
Judgment Day?
Yes, you bring Trick Williams to the Judgment Day. It's something different. The man's strong, powerful, and he just gives a little bit. The Judgment Day is a form of, everyone's different, a different band of misfits, like the Breakfast Club or the Outsiders, their own wrestling outsiders. So they all branch in their own way. So I think if so, that would be like a pretty good. I would like that. Bring Trick Williams from NXT. You draft him, you put him in the Judgment Day. So then you have a little bit different looking in the faction. And somewhere down the line in my multiverse, you got Trick Williams going up against the OG, Damian Priest. And that would cook.
I like where you landed there. I don't know how they would get to him being in Judgment Day. What I do like about it is it would be a complete fucking left field. No one would expect it. And when you think about it, he can talk on the mic and he's really excited in the ring. I don't know. I think it would be fun. You know, I don't hate it. I don't hate the idea, but I definitely love where you landed on having him and Damian go at it, because I think that would be a really great match down the road.
Yep.
I don't know how you jump him straight from NXT to.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we've seen some people who be put in a stable. You be like, how the fuck did he should get there? Like, but it works. Like when you see Owen Hart in the Nation, you're like, come on, bro, really? But it's like it made sense. It's like, they put Owen in the Nation, and it worked somehow, some way. It worked. So I'm trying to think of other factions that put somebody oddball, and it made they put R-Truth in the fucking Judgment Day last year, but it was more comical than anything. I'm trying to think of other people who've been.
I mean, literally, there's one staring us in the face, and that's fucking Sami Zayn as the honorary, who's just mentioned earlier. Like, you know what I mean? And it worked. Like, they couldn't even bring the OG bloodline back without him. He has no marital connection. No, he's not half Samoan.
Yeah, I mean, maybe what if we don't know what Dom is doing for Mania? We don't know what Finn is doing at Mania. Finn might be in the IC title. I've heard Finn and AJ could be a possibility. What if you just did a Finn versus Dom, and the winner is like the leader of Judgment Day? The loser is out of Judgment Day. Some shit like that.
I wouldn't hate that.
That wouldn't be bad. It's just, do you do it in a form of a match, a singles match, or like are they going to have them go for something instead of just one-on-ones? But it could happen.
No, I go one-on-one. The loser is out of Judgment Day. Because I've even thinking, who would? So Finn is a heel. I know that. Yeah. Dom is a heel.
Yeah.
Who would have the upper hand of getting the crowd cheering for them to win a match like that?
Dom, of course, Dom.
So the fans would want Dom to be the leader of Judgment Day.
I think the man's got the girl on his arm. He got Rhea. He got Liv. Come on, man. Like Dom.
I mean, he helped them win tonight.
He helps them win. As much as they boo him, the man can flat out wrestle, and he still has control. Even though they boo him, they still chant out Dom. And if anything, he does make his moves. He does make his mischievous ways very cunning. So Dom can manage the Judgment Day, you know, and he could be like Nino Brown, hide behind, you know, Dada Man, and you know, hide behind him and P Money, and that's it.
The Dunna Man.
Yeah, he got hot. They like, whoo, whoo, whoo. All right, hey, hey, Keisha, I know him from somewhere.
I think there's something to that. Like if they were in a match at WrestleMania, which I like that angle, by the way. I think that Dom would win. I think the fans would ultimately want Dom to win, also because he's the person they love to hate. You know what I mean? And at this point, I don't think you could imagine. And let me ask y'all, who could y'all imagine not in the Judgment Day if the faction continued? Dom or Finn?
Finn.
Right. You know what I mean? Like he's the one that just makes sense for him to go, because you look at his career, he don't need it. And he hasn't really been he's been a big factor, but he hasn't been as instrumental in so many storylines the way Dom has. You know what I mean? So I think that it would be a good way to hand it off, let Dom again rise to another level without needing a belt, because now he's just the leader of one of the main factions in the business. And then Finn can just return, take a break, and come back and, go after Seth and go after the world title or go after the IC title. You know, maybe have a good match with Shinsuke because they haven't figured that out yet. Like, who knows?
Yeah. A lot of matches waiting to happen.
So would you be interested in seeing a babyface run for Judgment Day as opposed to being a heel?
Nah, they gotta stay heels.
We need that. I'm saying Finn could
but then look at all the factions we have currently.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still count New Day as a faction or tag team?
Yeah.
They're always.
Okay, sorry. So they heel. Judgment Day heel. What else we got?
Probably the Street Profits are going to be
Street
heels.
Profits are tweener now going on the heel side.
They're Mercs, yeah.
What else we got?
DIY
The
heels.
bloodline.
I mean, the Bloodline's still a faction. They're always a faction.
Yeah, they're still a faction.
Rikishi's alive, so that means there's going to be Bloodline.
OG or 2.0 Bloodline.
I think, we haven't gotten that yet, but I think there's going to be some sort of story that merges. It has to.
So
right?
my point is, you're getting a lot of heel factions currently. I think one has
is the Bloodline still a heel faction though?
2.0,
about the Fatu solo side.
Yes.
I don't even know that they scream Fatu when Jacob comes up. They want him to be okay.
So
actually,
they're
this
not
is
a
good.
faction no more.
But I'm saying like they belong under the Bloodline umbrella,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that they're trying to shift so that Fatu, Jacob Fatu, and Tangaloa can kind of just be their own tag team for a while. Mm-hmm. I'm seeing they're leading towards like a shift at least. But even then, I don't know. I feel like Bloodline 2.0 is still just under Bloodline. But what I was gonna say is, I don't know. I feel like, okay, even though Judgment Day was a heel faction, Rhea Ripley was getting fucking cheered, and even tonight, I know y'all saw the end of it. Everybody cheered when Liv and Raquel won.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't know. I think there's some parts of it like we're back in the 90s where it isn't good guy, bad guy necessarily. It's just badass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you think about somebody like Rhea Ripley. She's a perfect example. She was still cutting heel promos and just talking reckless, but the crowd loved her. Like, you know what I mean? Like same thing with Jacob. Like he's supposed to be a heel. Whole crowd just fucking loves this guy. So it's like, I think we're there's a lot of those tweeners where you get into that space of like, yeah, there are some classic heel, face relationships, but then you just got that like Stone Cold area where, they're just badasses and we just love them. By the way, I think that's where Roman's headed.
And by the way, I think for me, Liv Morgan is creeping up like in the ladder of like where I put all the female wrestlers at for me all time. She's creeping up, man. She's creeping up.
You got a list for that? Name her accolades.
Sure, because I got Liv Morgan right here, buddy.
What's her accolades? Looking
two-time women's champion, crown jewel champion, the inaugural crown jewel, by the way. Three-time women's tag team champion, and women's Money in the Bank winner in 2022. That's what she has in the WWE. And yeah, but listen, climb the ladder. For me, if you ask me today on February 24th, I'm going to say Sasha Banks. I'm going to say Charlotte Flair. Mickie James, I think she'll always have a spot in my top 5. But I'm just saying we making room now. We can make a little room now. I love the Becky and Becky's and Bailey's, but I'm like,
in this new era, we're getting
Morgan, man. That's it.
Someone got a comment for you, Randy.
Who we got? Liv Morgan has had an amazing 360. That's right. That's right.
I agree.
I just said the crown jewel,
first one ever,
world champion. She took over Judgment Day from Rhea Ripley. 3-time tag champion.
She took Dom.
She beat Rhea at she
beat her at SummerSlam, Bad Blood.
SummerSlam, that's what it was. SummerSlam. And Bad Blood. Come on, who beats Rhea twice in the same calendar year? Liv Morgan, that's right. Liv Morgan.
Jersey.
That's right. Jersey in the house.
Hey, I mean, if anything, Randy, if we was to pull the tail of the tape, Rhea and Liv, as much as we don't want to see, we've seen a lot for them throughout this year. If we was look at the tail of the tape, who were you picking? Rhea Ripley or Liv Morgan? I guess that's both you gentlemen. use a tail of the tape. Who are you picking, Rhea Ripley?
In regards to what? Just like,
I guess the current accolades right now.
I mean, Rhea leads the accolades. Okay, I'll keep it a buck. I said, Liv Morgan's year has been incredible, and I love Rhea Ripley. But ever since she's won a title, what have you heard from Rhea in a title since January 6th? It's been kind of quiet.
Yes,
Right or wrong?
you
It's been quiet. She's just waiting for the Mania opponent right now.
She's waiting for Io Sky.
She's waiting for Liv Morgan to pop up at WrestleMania again.
It's not gonna happen.
That's
It's gonna be Bianca Belair.
That's done.
Okay, and then she should drop the belt to Bianca Belair.
And we're gonna have Bianca and Rhea have some heat with Jade coming in.
All I'm saying is Liv Morgan is she's the GOAT. That's all I'm saying. She's the GOAT.
Who you got?
Oh, Kenny?
No, I was gonna say T. Who you got
right now? That's top.
Well, if you was to compare like the tail for the tape, like accolades and accolades on paper.
No, she's incredible, and I think that to Randy's point, she's definitely gaining some ground. But at the end of the day, man, like she's not.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
She's not on Becky's level. She's not on Charlotte's level.
Oh, come on.
And she's not.
I didn't say
that's the queen.
I'm just saying what it is. And even Bianca and Rhea, she's not on their level. I would say, respectfully, she. I mean, you can make a case that she's not even really on Bailey's level. Like Bailey held it down. Like
Liv, don't listen. Don't listen to these guys.
I'm just you asked me. So I feel like if I had to rank her right now amongst current and like still wrestling and strictly just WWE, what would I name, just 6 people? So she'd be 7th. Top 10. Still great.
Yeah, I would say top 10.
There's a lot of listen, with as much talent as there is right now in particularly in the women's division, being top 10, I feel like it's something that and with the admission that like she's gaining ground.
Yeah.
I gotta give her respect. And if we're going off current rankings, I would put her at least 4. You know what I'm saying? Like in terms of importance and in terms of the last year she's had, incredible year. I would definitely say she's a top 4. But if we're going all time, like she's
and to be fair, Rhea Ripley. Oh boy. 1-time Raw Women's Champion, 2-time Women's World Champion, 1-time Women's Tag Champion. Liv is 3-time, by the way. NXT Women's Champion, 1-time NXT UK Women's Champion, the winner of the Royal Rumble back in 23, 7th Women's Triple Crown Champion, and the 5th Women's Grand Slam Champion, 3-time Slammy Award winner for the Match of the Year in 24, Faction of the Year in 24, and Female Superstar of the Year in 2024. That's Rhea Ripley.
Only wrestler in the same breath as her is the EST. You feel me? So that's why we needed at WrestleMania.
But the queen is Charlotte Flair.
Yeah. I mean, if we're being fair, she's kind of in a class all by herself.
If I was to put
is Rhea the closest to Charlotte Flair? Like when it's all said and done, you think Charlotte gonna be up here? Charlotte gonna be for the basketball people,
right?
Charlotte is Jordan, right?
Right now,
okay.
Yeah.
People want to say LeBron is better than Jordan, but who's LeBron? Can Rhea be that LeBron? Can Bianca be that LeBron?
Can I go real quick?
Yeah, T. I know
that's the 3. The triangle right there is Charlotte is who everyone's chasing, but Rhea and Bianca are, the LeBron and the Kobe of the conversation. Like those are always but they're in the we can't have that conversation without talking about them. That's what I would say.
And that's why we need Rhea and Bianca to happen already.
We need it. The streets need it.
It's like LeBron. It's like LeBron against Curry in the final. We got to see it.
Hey, if I didn't, Charlotte's Jordan, Bianca is Kobe, and Rhea is LeBron. That's the way I put it.
Hold up. let me get to Bianca. Let me get to Bianca. Be fair over here.
Her
Anything,
accolades are crazy. I've definitely looked at.
Bianca is Kobe Bryant. Charlotte Flair is Michael Jordan. Rhea Ripley, LeBron James coming up.
Okay, Bianca, you are a two-time women's champion. You are a one-time SmackDown women's champion. You are a two-time women's tag team champion. The winner of the Royal Rumble in 2021, the ninth women's Triple Crown champion, and that's it.
That's still Kobe numbers.
I mean, accolades is up there. She never won. Did she win NXT? She never won NXT champion.
No, I
No.
could have sworn she did.
I feel like she did.
Right. I was about to say I thought she was NXT champion as well.
Wow, she never won the NXT championship. Wow.
That reign, though, when she was a champion, was long. When she was the women's champion, she held it.
And not for nothing, but I think this is also monumental. We cannot take away the fact that her and Mercedes were the first black women to
a pay-per-view in WrestleMania.
Exactly. So I don't know if that's on there, but that's 81. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if she's Kobe, that's 81. Doing something we never seen before.
That's the wild card right there.
Exactly. Like, you can't really put like a title for that, but it is an asterisk as like, but we never seen that before.
You'll put Bianca above Sasha or Becky?
I would.
Or Bailey?
I would.
Bianca. I will put Bianca and Bailey like. Oof.
All right, here we go.
I would put Bianca and
Becky right there on the line.
Bailey.
I would put Bianca and Becky right there.
Here's Becky. Bailey's accolades. Wow. Two-time Raw Women's Champion, two-time SmackDown Champion, NXT Women's Champion, two-time Women's Tag Champion, Women's Money in the Bank winner of the Royal Rumble Women's, first Women's Triple Crown Champion, first Women's Grand Slam Champion, Slammy Award two-time winner, and that is Bailey. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Becky Lynch.
The man.
Right.
Who also made events at WrestleMania, by the way.
Yeah.
Two-time Raw Women's Champion, five-time Women's World Champion, NXT Champion, Women's Tag Team Champion one time, winner of the Royal Rumble, sixth Women's Triple Crown Champion, and the sixth Women's Grand Slam Champion. Female Superstar of the Year, 2018, 2019, Match of the Year in 2018 against Charlotte at Evolution.
I mean, if anything, you reading off these numbers, man, just definitely speaks to the depth, even at the top of the women's division.
It is.
You know what I mean? Like, it's top heavy. That's really what it says.
Yeah, the women's division is really just holding it, and we just need more. It was just great.
Let me see Mercedes Moné, Sasha Banks.
Mercedes.
A five-time Raw Women's Champion.
Shout out to Booker T.
One-time SmackDown Champion, NXT Women's Champion, three-time Women's Tag Team Champion, the fourth Triple Crown winner, the third Women's Grand Slam Champion, two-time Slammy Award winner for Sasha Banks.
What about her AEW accolades? Do we count those or New Japan?
I'm not doing all that.
Wow, that's crazy.
One-time TBS champion. Come on, bro. That's
CEO.
Yeah.
It is
interesting that she's not really doing a lot over there. Like she I'm not trying to hate on her or anything like that. I'm a big fan. It's just interesting that she's not in the, the main title conversation right now.
Yeah.
Let me get to you, Terrence, because you were not on the show with us on Friday. I want to get your thoughts and ideas about Cody, The Rock. I want your soul. Like, Dwayne's coming in hot on SmackDown. Chambers coming up. Cody is not on the card. So they'll probably do a segment if he's going to go with The Rock or be the corporate champion for The Rock. And what was your whole take on that whole spiel? Where do you give me some interesting things of how you would have it play out? Does he accept it? Does he not? Does someone else accept the Rock's offer that's not named Cody Rhodes?
I mean, I won't go into like I think everybody was so confused because they felt like The Rock was going back and forth, like heel face. But he's
Yeah,
a Rock; he could do that. You know what I'm
that's right.
saying? And it was just
That's
fun.
right.
So let's just leave that where it is. But in terms of whether I think we all want the Cody heel turn. We've been waiting for it for a little bit, and Cody himself has said numerous times, "Be careful what you wish for." He doesn't know if the WWE fan base knows exactly what they're asking for, and I mean, as much as we love Cody, he does have a smug air about him, and we, to a degree, like it could go either way. And
Yeah.
so if you give him the opportunity in the runway
Yeah,
to now embrace that side of him,
yeah. Like we just saw him. He told Steph, "I know exactly who you are. You talk about me and blah blah blah. You turn on the Shield. You did this. You did that.
Right.
I know exactly who you are, bro."
So think about that. We'll have a champion that's holding mirrors up to people because they're all gonna come at him and be like, "Oh, why would you turn? Why would you do this? We all helped you," and then he can very much hold up those receipts
Mhm.
and be like, "Yo, but look, who are you?" Like, you know what I mean, and like have
Exactly.
a real conversation with them about who they are at the core of their personality. You know what I'm saying, and really give them like, all first verse. Like, you know what I'm saying, like really come at them and really let them know. I hope he takes the Rocks up on his offer, and I think that it would even. I mean, I started thinking about like, okay, who
Like take
actually
the
is?
offer and then do a swerve, or take the offer like legit. Take the offer.
I think no. I think he takes the offer. I think he becomes heel Cody. For one, it then kind of rejuvenates the top tier conversation, right? Like it allows for, you know, I think because there's been that conversation around like, okay, well, if Cody's the good, the face, what happens when we pair him with Punk or
Cena?
what happens, right? What happens when we pair him with Cena? Is he the one that then does that set that up? I just feel like a swerve at the top right now opens up the rest of the year. And what better way to do that than with giving us a Cody we haven't seen before here? You know what I mean? Codelander, as they call him on the interwebs.
Who the hell says that?
I mean, like the like
That's
that's
like a
been the
Disney name.
but yeah, I don't know. I would enjoy seeing him turn heel, see what he does with it. I think it then allows for Roman to come back and people to cheer for him because they have been anyway. I think it allows for CM Punk to just be like that anti-hero he's always been. I think it allows for John, if he's the one to really dethrone Cody, to do it, in a way that feels bigger than like, okay, it's just two good guys and Cody hands over the championship and raises his hand because he did it right. You know what I mean? Like, no, like give us something that he has to actually like overcome. And when you think about it, he's the Rock's champion. So if Cena can beat the Rock's champion, right? Like one more mountain to really truly climb at some point during the year, I think that makes it even heavier. You know what I mean? Like that makes that title, that last one that Cena needs to, to become the GOAT, mean even more.
So, Kenny, to Terrence's point, I ask you this: without being too descriptive, who's in more desperation mode, Cody, Punk, or John Cena?
Oh, I would say John Cena because Cena is trying to aim for that mountain, aim for that legacy. It's all, especially after the Royal Rumble, you could see, and then he cut that press conference promo. It will be more for Cena because also his time is limited. So Cena will be in go mode, like more desperate to reach that mountaintop, try to reach that goal of getting that championship. So I would say we'll go more with John Cena. I feel like he wants to achieve it and reach this before he retires.
So to that point, going back to Terrence, I would say, what if Cody does not accept the offer, but it's like a test, A, B, C, or other, I think what if other accepts that offer? What if it is John Cena that says, "Yo, I'm busting my ass. I can't get this fucking championship, bro. My time is limited. Yo, Rock, what's good, bro? Dwayne, like Cody tells Rock no.
Yeah.
John, which you don't know at the time, is gonna be like the Stone Cold, and Rock's gonna be like the McMahon, like shake hand, join forces. Or also Punk is in desperation mode because one, he wants to main event WrestleMania. He'll have more time in the company more than Cena, but those days are counting down as well. Like he wants to main event and be champion as well. So I think one of those two can come in and take the offer blindsided because I want to see a Cody Hill run. I do.
Yeah.
I don't think it's right now because there's two other guys out there that could benefit more. And when you're a heel, the number one thing the number one thing you do as a heel is talk your shit on the microphone. And both Punk and Cena are better than Cody on the microphone. But now, if I get a heel Cody, it might change up. I'm talking about right now, a heel Punk or heel Cena outweighs a heel face Cody Rhodes on the microphone.
I'll say this: I think we're too late in the game to get a heel Cena. I just don't see it. You never know, and I like where you're going with the creativity. At least, I'd be more inclined to see a heel Punk. I just have a hard time believing him being the one to like accept an offer from The Rock. Like, you know what I mean? Like I look at it like The Rock laid it all out. He sees himself even, right? Like in Cody, like he said it. I could take you to levels you didn't even know existed. Like he sees like, oh, you wear the suits. The Rock wore the suits. Like,
and it's like McMahon. McMahon offered that to Austin first. He said no. Somebody else took the spot. And that was The Rock and the.
Oh, you think it's like a callback? Okay, I see what
you know what I'm saying. So Cody gonna say no. Who's The Rock in this situation to say, you know what, fuck that? I'll be your corporate champion.
What about Roman?
Roman was already his own. I don't think Roman's gonna do that run again. Not for no time soon.
So Terrence, if we're doing this, this smells like no pun intended, like The Rock is not wrestling at WrestleMania.
No. Well,
like
I don't know. You know what's great about this? Him coming back in a beautiful way fucks up everything because now we're just like, what's he gonna do? Because you're right. He now can have a huge main part in WrestleMania without actually wrestling. And I think that's what so that's why I'm thinking Cody accepts, because then he doesn't need to be there to have his presence always felt.
Okay, lay it out. Cody accepts at Chamber. Let's play it out. Rock, I'll fuck with you. I'll be your corporate judge, whatever. So now, is it going to be what's the best path? I'm a heel with The Rock against Cena or against CM Punk. Is Rock going to help me win the match? You still have the CM Punk favor out there, so it's a lot of factors that come into play.
See, that's a reason why I'm like, I don't think that kind of like merges too many stories if it's Punk, because Punk has that we don't know what that favor is.
And I told Kenny on Friday, Cena wins. Cody says no.
Right.
Cena wins Chamber. Punk feels like, yo, this is bullshit. He feels a certain way. My favorite is to call Paul Heyman to tell Dwayne, The Rock, put me in the fucking triple threat at WrestleMania.
That could be spicy.
And then he might ultimately win, but it's more like, hey, I've been down since day one. This has all been a ruse and a plan. When you get a heelish CM Punk.
I don't know.
That can work almost.
It could. I mean, I just feel like the cards just feel so right for a Cody heel run, and I can totally see him just being like a complete asshole. And
but he can
like,
be a heel without The Rock, though.
No, I know, but think about the level of heel he could even be. Now you can't touch him. The final boss, who's your boss, I'm his champion. I'm his sword when he's not around. So guess what? That means I'm the boss. So he could just like go like and just completely do whatever the fuck he wants. He could do the same like, yo, you count to 3. I'm telling The Rock like to the ref and just bully people. A Cody bully would be fucking phenomenal. I think he could absolutely take that role on and just really just walk around. Like think about Cody. He walks out with the suits now. Think about Cody paying homage in the Versace. You know what I'm saying? Throwing the shades on, talking crazy. I think we would love it. I think we love it.
He's always been out with the suit on. What I thought.
No, I'm saying like so he's no longer Cody, 3-piece suit.
Oh,
he's Cody with the Versace shirt.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's the Rock's champion.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so he switches it up. That's how he's coming out now. And like now, I'm just saying he could be the Rock's instrument of chaos, while the Rock can't be there personally because the Rock's not gonna show up, at every Raw, at every SmackDown, but now his presence can be felt without him actually having to be there because Cody's there, and so whatever Cody says is whatever the Rock said. So whatever the Rock says goes, Cody says goes, and he could just cause so much chaos that way because you guys all answer to the Rock, but I'm his VP, so to speak.
And I think in this scenario, if they make Cody a heel, what they've been saying is that are you cut out to be the champion? Is this getting to you? Are you emotionally fatigued? Are you being champion is a lot of weight on your shoulders? Can you be the guy? Like, is a lot of those questions in these promos? Like, your chase is one thing, but it's harder to be at the top. And now you're, in storyline, you're realizing that people are coming for your neck, and it's boom and boom and boom, and you got to keep on doing this and do all the make the crowd happy with the woes, and then it's like it's a lot. That's the story. It's been a lot on your back, and what The Rock might be trying to do is like it's the quote from the Batman Dark Knight shit. It's like for Cody Rhodes, I gotta say it right. You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. So it's Cody gonna be like, damn, am I gonna die on this hill being a hero, be the good guy, and or am I gonna just break down? Am I gonna falter to be like, damn, so I really can't do this?
You know what's even
where I gotta join the dark side and be that guy because I can't do this no more.
Well, what's really good about that point, Randy, that you're saying, which makes it even more like, he's got to take it. No one has his back for real. Everyone, because everybody's like, oh, why? The people who did have his back are already angry at him, right? Like because of him teaming with, Roman, right? So like now it really feels like he's on his own, and we saw like how ruthless he can be with what he did to Kevin Owens, right? So it's like, okay, we're getting little drops. Like, okay, now people have turned on you. Right, you had to embrace a side of yourself that most people didn't know existed, and you basically was in a hardcore match, and you came out on top. But to your point, it's weighing on him. He's tired, like he's mentally drained. So it's like, okay, well, now you have not only does someone have your back, the final boss has your back. Like, you know what I mean? So you kind of laid out a way that makes it make even more sense.
The main guy who has your back kicked your ass in front of your own bus in the rain last year. That's your best friend now.
Mama Road.
Whap. Sometimes
whip your ass with a belt.
Like think about it, like The Rock.
That's my guy.
I think The Rock has made it so that now you have my respect. I had to see could you win at all costs, and could you carry such a prestigious title the way I did, the way The Rock did. And now you have my respect. So you know what? You're my champ. Like I think that it all bleeds into Cody's heel turn and the reasoning and the psychology behind it. I love it. I hope we get it. Yo, we have a question from one of my men.
Oh, does Taker have any involvement against The Rock? He helped Cody win the title last year.
I don't think so. I think
Taker chilling, man.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think last year it was supposed to, because we thought the spot that was supposed to be Austin's spot, but
Yeah, it was supposed to be.
They just gave it to Taker. I don't think that's going to be any involvement. Now, if they do bring it out, I'm like, I don't think it's going to be a match worthy.
Nah, Taker ain't doing no match, bro.
Yeah, please, no.
Taker's like, yo, leave me alone this weekend.
Did y'all hear his there's one of his recent like pod interviews where he was talking about it. Like he's at that stage where he's like mentally, I could do it one more time, but he kind of just feels like, right, yeah, he's like, nah, I gotta leave it where it's at. Like, but he did say like when it comes to like, spots, and as long as it makes sense, he's down for now. But like, and he even said, you know what the match is that he said when he realized, oh shit, I can't do this no more.
Last year's WrestleMania.
No.
The Boneyard.
Yeah. He said it was the Boneyard. He was like, oh shit, my body ain't. You know what I mean? Like I've done it for a long time.
Yeah.
I gotta pack it up. You know what I mean? I can't recover the way I used to. You know what I mean? I'm sitting up slower. Like, not on purpose.
The world of cinematic matches during the pandemic was like,
I can't believe that actually happened. I was like,
they fight in the football arenas and this and that. I'm like, wow, this is what they're fighting on top of the building for Money in the Bank, and Rey Mysterio get thrown on top of the building. Like, yo, what's going on? Like,
freaking
anything to make entertainment, right?
Bianca crosses Bailey to dunk the basketball.
Oh, come on, bro.
That was a little.
That was sad.
But I mean, that also gave us the Roman that we all know and love now, because
threw Dominic out the ring with that power bomb. That was hilarious.
One quick point before I let you guys go. So me, I like going through anniversaries, seeing what's coming up, pipeline, 20 years, 25, whatever. So we are, which kind of makes sense as we get near WrestleMania. We are. It's 24th today, so the 27th. It'll be 25 years since No Way Out 2000. And you might say, "Well, there's No Way Out 2000. What the fuck happened there?"
I remember.
Do you guys recall No Way Out 2000 on top of your head?
I do.
I'm remembering that it is significant but I'm like, what? I can't remember exactly.
I can give you all those matches. So
without looking, or are you looking dead at it right now?
My hands are right here. It's not even on my laptop.
Yeah, but I can't see your laptop. Okay.
All right. Boom. I'm looking right in the eye. All right, here we go. Triple threat match singles match between Chris Jericho, Kurt Angle, IC title versus European title. Kurt Angle wins it. He holds both belts. Then you have the Dudleys versus the New Age Outlaws. Dudley boys win it. Billy Gunn, he pulls his shoulder, so he's out for a while for that. Dudley boys are the new champions. The Radicals versus Too Cool. Too Cool 1, Rikishi, Grandmaster Sexy, R.I.P. Scotty 2 Hotty beat Perry Saturn, Chris Benoit, Dean Malenko. Eddie Guerrero pulled his shoulder. He wasn't in the match.
Mm-hmm.
Hardy Boys versus Edge and Christian. Terry Runnels joins them, but she turns on them. She turns on the Hardy Boys. Edge and Christian win the match.
Are you sure you ain't looking at this shit on the screen, bro?
I'm not. I'm word to mother. I'm sweaty.
Okay.
I promise you.
What else
Big Show versus Rock. No holds barred match. Shane McMahon returns. Big Show wins the match. That was a pretty good no holds barred match between Kane and X-Pac.
Okay.
Corey gets tombstoned again in the match. X-Pac wins the match. Then the headline, the title WrestleMania versus a 15-year career. Triple H versus Cactus Jack, Hell in a Cell. Oh my God!
You missed two barn burners. Taz defeated Big Boss Man, and Mark Henry defeated Viscera. But my point was the fact that obviously WrestleMania 2000 is going to make 25 years in April.
Yeah.
So I definitely we'll touch up on that when the time comes. But I'm like, again, I want to get how the fuck did we get to the Fatal 4-Way with Big Show, Mankind, Rock, and Hunter? And I'm like, oh, let me see what happened. I knew No Way Out was the Hell in a Cell with Cactus and Triple H.
Right.
Then I saw Big Show fought The Rock, but
Right.
it was the number one contender to go to WrestleMania. And I'm like, hold up, Rock just won the Rumble a month prior. Maybe they thought he didn't really win because the foot touch when him and Big Show went out. And anyway, then I saw Big Show actually beat The Rock in the match. I'm like, why the fuck would you have Big Show beat The Rock? He just won the Royal Rumble last month. You telling me you're gonna walk into WrestleMania 2000 with Triple H and the Big Show as your main event? And I'm like, no, but I haven't seen the Raws after that lead up to the Fatal 4-Way. But I'm like, it's just weird. Like, how do we get to where we got to for this Fatal 4-Way when it should have been Triple H and The Rock, by the way, but now you insert Cactus, who just had a career match at No Way Out, but he comes out of retirement for WrestleMania. The Big Show, and he beats The Rock, and I'm like, oh my god. So I gotta go do more digging, but I figured, hey, that makes 25 years later on in the week, and I want to bring it to you guys' attention because I know Kenny now knows the entire card, but Terrence, did you know that was coming up?
No. I mean, I feel like I knew that there was something significant, and again, that's what you said, like led to the Fatal 4-Way match. But I couldn't remember exactly what it was. And I think the match that I actually remember the most from that was Edge and Christian versus it was the Hardys, right?
The Hardys?
Yeah, that's the match I remember the most.
So not Mark Henry and Viscera.
Wasn't that Sunday Night Heat? Was it those two matches on Sunday Night Heat?
Mark Henry versus Viscera.
Mark Henry.
Oh wait, was that the one? Did he body slam Viscera? And I'm pretty sure he did.
Well, it said Mark Henry with Mae Young defeated Viscera.
I'm pretty sure that's the match where he like body slammed him clean.
Yeah, it was that match.
I don't recall.
I feel like those were Heat matches.
I don't recall anything from this card except Triple H, and Cactus and Big Show and The Rock. And the one thing I definitely want to talk about when that time comes, I still feel I don't want to spend all night on this. I still feel the Triple H, the McMahon Helmsley era was still underrated. Does not get talked about enough as it should. Like there was a lot of shit going on when Hunter was champion. I'm talking about the wrestling, and it just really made for good television. He's one of the all-time heels. If you hated him, then he was doing his job really well. Yep. And if you hated Stephanie, she did her job really well.
Yeah.
And it just does not get talked about enough during that time period where Stone Cold was out, he was hurt, and you relied heavily on Hunter, The Rock, Kane, Mankind, Undertaker. So kind of get like a little shout out, but that McMahon Helmsley joint was popping, bro. She was fire.
Yeah, it was. It was just like a big fight between every Monday, after No Way Out. They just had like the matches, like the lineups, because they really wanted Rock and Hunter, but they just made different stipulations.
Then why not go there? Why you just had Triple H and The Rock for the IC title and the heavyweight title and all that. That was Backlash, but still, like these two guys, you could put in the ring 1-on-1. Those are two main stars without Stone Cold. Why not just put them in the fucking championship match?
They just wanted to show the same thing. I think they wanted to show the same thing what Rock can face when like Austin was against McMahon. McMahon drew him in like crazy matches, handicap matches. Fight 2 matches, then you get your title shot, and that was almost like The Rock did, but. It was basically wrestler versus wrestler versus wrestler versus boss, because Triple H was like almost like the boss, but he also was a wrestler as well. So he had to do it all. Rock had to do it all to fight the boss and the wrestler, which was like, Triple H. The Rock in the 2000s had to be like video game status to fight the final boss. I mean, always. I would say almost like Turtles in Time. Every level it got harder. So. To face Shredder, which was Triple H. So
I wonder what would have been the original plan if Austin never got hurt.
I think Austin would have came out at WrestleMania. They would have had Rock and Rock and Hunter, Austin would have made an appearance at WrestleMania to help him, but they saved it at Backlash, I think.
No, but Austin, I think Austin got legit hurt right earlier in the year, right?
Yeah, he hurt his neck. That's when they did the him getting run over.
Let me see.
He did the why he got run over by the car spot.
Let me
He
see.
had to get surgery on his neck.
Original plans. Oh God, I can't spell. For WrestleMania
2000.
2000. Let me see. If Austin did not have surgery, so the planned main storyline had Austin and Rock as the key players. To build the WrestleMania showdown with Austin as a heel champion, defending and losing the title against The Rock to give The Rock the needed push for the company to rely on him as the top star. With Austin out, the entire plans for WrestleMania, which were for Austin to finally beat Helmsley for the title at Royal Rumble to set up the singles match with The Rock, were thrown out the window due to the belief Austin won't be a part of the in-ring build-up. So what I'm seeing, Austin would have beat Hunter at the Royal Rumble for the title, be a heel, and then get The Rock again at WrestleMania, but drop the belt to The Rock, who was a face at the time. So because a year prior at WrestleMania 15, Rock was the bad guy, Stone Cold was a good guy. So all they, from what I'm reading, they'll just switch spots. And then it'll be Rock and Austin again at 2000, which could have been 3 in a row. They made it 99, 2000, and 01, which is probably why you got them in 2001.
If they would have faced off at WrestleMania 2000, do we get WrestleMania 17 between Rock and Austin?
I want to say probably not. I mean, everything happens for a reason. It plays out that way. But like you said, you don't get Rock and Austin in 2000. Do you get it in 2001? Probably not. And then what does Hunter do at WrestleMania 2000? Fight Big Show?
Well, sorry to
Jericho.
Hey, for one thing, the Big Show had a real his prime run was into 2000, 99 and 2000. That was like the Big Show's prime year. I think he even said he was the most fittest. He was more agile, and from that run, long hair. Then he cut the shortcut. He was more agile. It just sucks that after Judgment Day 2000, that's when he hurt his knee, and you saw a little bit of a change. He started dropping from a lot of the main top cards, and a lot of his I would say mobility, the way he used to move, he was doing drop kicks off the top rope and sit and doing jump ups from the top from the rope. So
you ever hear him talk about that? About he wishes he wasn't doing that. I forget who it was. It might have been Taker or somebody. Basically telling him yo, dude, you're a big man. Just be a big guy. You're doing way too much. And he was I was just so green. I was doing what I saw other people doing and what I liked, instead of just embracing how monstrous and how big I was, because he thought oh, I can show how versatile I am, which to us as fans was kind of cool, because you're right, he was definitely doing drop kicks and stuff, right? Yeah, you were yo, what? But he was yeah, I probably shouldn't have been doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't like the 45 heel turns that Big Show did. Bro, it's just the turn, heel turn, good turn. Big Show leads the way with that. Him, Orton's right behind him. Cause bro, you've been bad guy mad times, been a good guy mad times. But I think to Kenny's point, Big Show from 99 to at least 02 was you was champion. He was in the heavyweight championship mix. The main event scene with those guys. So the first 2-3 years, 4 years of the Big Show in the company was oh, okay. And then it's you just figure it out afterwards. But yeah, I just want to bring it up because I definitely want to do more of a deep dive for WrestleMania 2000. When that time comes, before and then after that, you get the Backlash, you get Judgment Day 2000,
King
you
of the
get
Ring.
the Stone Cold return at Backlash, you get the Undertaker return at Judgment Day. So a lot of those 25 years, bro. Wow, it's crazy.
Yeah,
25
no.
years, bro.
Year 2000. Man,
Sounds crazy.
fourth grade. I was in fourth grade, baby.
Sounds crazy.
Bro, that was she was live, bro. She was live.
What
I
a
ain't gonna
time to
hold
be
you.
alive. What a time to be alive.
She was live. You can follow Kenny on social media, Twitter at Kawabunga_K_E_N. Follow Terrence at Lower East Scribe. Myself, Randy J. Cruz, RENDY, letter J C R U Z. Find the podcast on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, also on Amazon Music. Go to youtube.com/Cruise Control Podcast. Go ahead, download, rate, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Like, show some love and support for your boys on the program. Also, prowrestlingtees.com/Cruise Control. Get your 2 out of 3 Falls podcast t-shirt, prowrestlingtees.com/Cruise Control. So, fellas, before I head out, as of right now, if you guys are available for Saturday following the chamber, we could do the post show right after. It's a 7 p.m. start, not 6 p.m. So you're looking like after 10:30 range on a Saturday night. So let me know offline if you guys are willing to come on right after. Try to get some people just to come on and give their thoughts of the show. But that should be the next time we do the show, unless we do, because Friday night, it is SmackDown Friday night as well. But unless you want to save it for the chamber, we could do that as well.
It's all good.
So good.
Yes, sir.
All right, fellas. Either Thursday night or Friday. Thursday night, Friday night or Saturday night following the chamber. I know what's happening soon.
All right.
All right, fellas.
All right, man.
All right, bet.
Jeez.
Yes,
Peace.
sir.